Find them on Facebook, they got a website, but they make these He-Man masks that you will never find again. So as you... He-Man here, we're gonna go scare some children. All right, come with me.
So good.
I run it like a point guard, Justice Curry, the trading toy guard. A Skeletor, your bones apart, and Rio blast you from the jump start. King Randor or Bonaparte, it don't matter, they tug at my heart. And I sit back in my chair and
Justice He-Man here with a special episode. You guys are going to love this. With me in studios is my very good friend, Matthew. Matthew, how are you doing today?
I'm excellent. How are you, man?
I'm doing A-okay. I'm back to Prince Justice. And as always, a familiar sight in many of my videos, my local He-Man expert, Brock. Give Brock a round of applause. Woo! So we're having a little bit of fun, dressing up in costumes. You just saw the other costumes we were wearing a few minutes ago. It's very disturbing, but we'll show some pictures at the end, so stick around till the end.
Extremely disturbing.
Absolutely, extremely disturbing. But Matt brought over a really cool figure that I wanted to kind of review and talk about. And without further ado, we'll just jump right in, because we're all Masters of the Universe lovers. So Brock,
So I didn't go to SDCC. I paid the scalper price and bought it on eBay, but yeah, the Motu Origins Prince Adam He-Man 2-pack.
oh my gosh. So 2019 San Diego Comic-Con came out with this 2-pack for the new Origins series that they're going to be launching ahead of the movie. I'm super excited about this, and as you're going to see, there's some really neat features that are way different from what's come out before. So I'll you want me just to rip it open? Can I just rip it?
No rips.
No rips?
I think the line starts up. They showed the whole line. It's like an 8-bag line. Close. And it's supposed to drop retail for $14.99 fall of 2020.
$14.99?
Yeah.
15 bucks a figure? That's going to be a steal. Because Rock, how much did the classics figures cost?
Well, they started at 20, and then they worked their way all the way up to now 35.
$35 for the classic figures.
Oh wait, the best part. All right. So the sleeve is
Ooh.
So
it has a clear kind of sleeve over the packaging.
this has been on YouTube 100 times, so
That's
I
all right.
apologize. But it comes with this sweet sleeve, so you get this mini comic art on both sides. So you get Skeletor and the Red Beastman, which is insane. The original mini comic Prince Adam and mini comic Prince Adam and He-Man with the boot dagger.
Here, let me show you guys. What's the whole situation with the, not the tunic, I guess, is the blue tunic, because it's the mini comic, because people were going, why isn't it the pink like Prince Adam from the vintage line?
Yeah, so that is the original mini comic Prince Adam's colors.
Ah, yes. And then the boot, the significance of the boot knife is what?
That's how
That's how Mark Taylor drew him up,
That's how they drew him in the mini
Right.
comic, the first mini comic.
How freaking cool is that? You're right. That's one of the neatest features of this pack. I mean, we're not even talking about. It's not
the neatest feature.
Oh my gosh, this is sweet.
So as you pull off the slip cover here,
Yep.
and you open this up. Oh, I gotta find out where frame is here. You get a picture, or you get Prince Adam in package with more art of the Skeletor here.
Nice.
And then you get 2 pages of mini comic.
What?
Kind of explaining, yeah, the story.
Yes.
Only to come over here, transformed into He-Man.
Oh my
with the
gosh.
original head from the mini comic, which I think is fantastic.
That is great.
I mean, people complaining about it, but I love it.
Dude, that is really neat. Because collectors, you know, they love having packages, art, and sometimes guys will never remove it from this. And how you collect is fine. I mean, you might, you know, be OCD and collect, you know, real neat and organized by years and whatnot. My boots are falling off.
Right.
But some guys like to have a hodgepodge. I'm the hodgepodge guy. I like the organized chaos. So I'll take things out and, you know, have G.I. Joes fighting Transformers fighting He-Man figures. But this box, I mean,
What's great about the box is you can take the figures out and you can put them back in.
no,
Yeah.
without damaging anything.
So yeah, so the
Just
coolest
pull the
part about this
sleeves.
mini comic is lift up, one page at a time, of course, but they pull right out, and then they just hinge back in. Oh, there you go.
Oh my god.
And then, yeah,
Let's get a little
these.
closer, just a little bit, just to show them.
So anyways, Brock pull that side out, but you pull these plastic covers out, and then you see all the added accessories and everything for
Oh, come
figures,
on.
which are hidden underneath.
Vintage heads, but they can go right back in. So you can, if you're a loose collector and you open it and you're like, oh, wish I would have kept it in the package, you can put it right back in.
And look at that background. That's so cool how they did that, man. They really outdid
Like
themselves.
this one, yep, you drop the sword and let's get it back in there.
You just put it right back in there.
That's good. It snaps back into place.
And what do we got going on up here, up top?
We got extra hands and we got a vintage head,
So-
Prince Adam head here.
Yeah. That's
Toy.
the best part about this set and this line is that it's going to be the 5.5-inch vintage line, but you also get the super articulation like from the 6-inch figures that everybody likes. We got to really bust them out and see.
All right.
But
yeah,
each figure
sure.
is going to come with, so you can see they're a little different color. So the He-Man and the Prince Adam's going to be a lighter tan anyways, which differentiates them a little bit. Same as with the mini comic. But you get the vintage He-Man head from the original vintage figure, which is
Dude, you're
amazing.
right. Yes.
And they swap out hands. The coolest part about this line is that this set is that you get those vintage heads with this set, but when the line drops in 2020,
Yep.
you're gonna get a He-Man figure, but you're not gonna get that vintage Motu head.
Oh, yes. That's awesome, man. I'm glad I have you around here. You got all plethora of information.
He's professional, but
And Brock, do you have this set yet?
It's on the way.
It's on the way. You mean Matt got it before you did?
Postal service.
Oh yeah.
I spend more money.
Right. You paid
He
overnight
finds
delivery.
the cheap version to get it, and I pay the scalper price.
That's
Another
quite
thing
all
about
right.
it, I know it's geared for the movie and they'll probably come out with play sets and vehicles, but I think these figures will go great with your classics, Grayskull and Snake Mountain, because they're going to make the scale of the cast
Better.
that much better.
Yeah.
Bigger.
Oh yes, you're right. I'm super excited
So
about.
Justice keeps trying to sell me these Filmation 6-inchers.
You better buy
But
them.
ultimately, these
this the wave of the future,
This
you
Origins
think?
line
I
is
think
going
this
to
is-
fit in much better with your classics, Grayskull and Snake Mountain.
I'm gonna cut this all out because I have a bunch of classics I'm gonna be selling soon.
you
so
can cut it all out.
cut. Security, get him out.
Ultimately, the best line Motu did was the 6-inch classics line.
Mm-hmm.
It's always going to be that. The collector world is more familiar with and more in tune with buying these super articulated 6-inch figures. So, is this Origin line better? Only for the vintage, true He-Man collector who likes the aesthetics of the vintage figure,
Yes.
but likes the new articulation from these new super articulated figures.
And what he's talking about, we're going to take him out in a moment with the articulation, because Super 7 came out with a lot of similar looking figures, but they kind of just rehashed the old ones with the, no bending knees, no...
4 or 5 points articulation.
Exactly. And that's fine with some people, but I think they really outdid themselves, as Matt was saying, with, stepping it up.
And
with
another thing to
articulation.
remember, these are going to be $15.
I can't believe
I mean, the
that,
Super
man.
7 one, Filmation ones, like the vintage, are $20.
$20!
Right.
And this is
And this
far
is gonna be
exceeds it.
I think if they, knock on wood, if they fail at retail, I think they're just going to keep them rolling.
Yeah.
They're not failing at retail. So, at a $15 price point, you see what the Turtle figures do from the Nickelodeon line. The new figures that come in, they're gone. You can't get them.
Right.
There's more of a Motu base, I feel, than there is a Ninja Turtle base.
Really? That's
They're
blasphemy!
They're
No, I
similar.
think-
You
I would
can
agree.
you can hashtag me
Sure, I gotta get
awful
the
all
way
you
just
want,
like seeing you.
but there's no way that these things show up in retail and don't fly off the shelves. When is the last time you had a 5.5-inch vintage Motu figure with the articulation of a 2019 figure? At $15.
At 15 bucks.
Good luck finding these when they come out. Pre-order them, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right, can we rip open these bad? Oh, look at that, man.
Pull them out. I mean,
Well, not yet.
I say take them to the couch and pull them out.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna stand by. We're gonna show you. We're gonna get them all set up. Love y'all. Bye. All right, we're geeking out. We're gonna probably just keep talking forever, so I'm just gonna jump into the video. I wanted to show you some of the loose figures that we just looked at, the He-Man and Prince Adam. Oh, you know what I'm doing. You know what I'm doing. So Brock is the master poser. A lot of times, like, master poser. Yeah, he's not a real collector. He'll set up my vintage display and have awesome battle scene. My kids will come out here and just destroy it. And my first instinct is like, no, I'll never get it the same. But then, like we were just talking about, Matt was just saying, like, you want your kids to have these fond memories of the toys as well. You don't want to just go, don't touch anything, because then they won't care about it, and then the line dies. But without further ado, let's check out some of the articulation. We brought out a vintage Prince Adam and a vintage He-Man. But
oh, well, let's just do this.
Oh yes, we cannot forget. Yeah.
I don't have the power.
Brock, can you show him how real men act? Okay. Sorry. All right. He switched out the head because the other head was right here, which kind of has the
mini comic.
The mini comic, longer hair on the side, and then you got He-Man chilling right there. Let's check out the comparison. So what are the differences?
But I mean, look
Matt, go.
Look how vintage they all are.
Gosh.
If you go down the line, the way they're sculpted, it's a vintage figure.
Oh my gosh, it is.
But where this one
proportionally.
has what, 4 or 5 points of articulation? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
In the waist.
Oh, the waist, yeah, 6.
Yeah. So 6 points of articulation on the vintage figure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how to get into this.
Yeah.
You've got the head swivel. You can go a full 360. You don't have a bicep cut, but
Nope.
you don't have a double elbow either. But you do have a back and forth on the hands.
Yep.
You don't have a torso, but you do have a waist swivel.
Just like the vintage.
You're on a ball here
they're using
on
a
the
little
hips instead of a rubber band, which is fantastic.
Because it'll just dry out and break. Like
And
the
you
old
don't
ones.
have a thigh cut.
Yep.
But you do have full articulation 360 on the knee,
Nice.
a boot cut, and full swivel on.
Come on, look at that. Beauteous. Look at the little detail with it.
There's not a... Well, I think it's just
the
because
hair,
of his hair.
the hair, yeah.
And the other head is
You get a
right
pretty good down with his head.
right here for Prince Adam.
You get a fantastic Hulk Hogan.
That's what you're saying, the Hulk Hogan pose.
Absolutely.
Oh, let's check it out.
Let's see. Let me get this going here.
That is so awesome. I'm loving it, man.
The only bad part, and I agree with everybody else, is this looks terrible.
Which part?
Where you can see the
Some of the
hinge point.
articulations. But mainly here on the armpits. But it's great, man. I mean,
Gotcha.
these are vintage. Through and through.
And they're planning on doing. We don't know if they're going to do the whole line or anything, but we're hoping. We're crossing our fingers, right?
So we got He-Man, Skeletor, Tila, Evil Lynn, Beastman, and Man-at-Arms.
I mean, basically the original vintage figures.
They've shown the.
They didn't show.
They showed pictures of them?
Or Stratos. Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
They actually had them at San Diego. The actual figures were on display.
Let's check out this. I'm curious about the shield. Can you take the shield off of He-Man there?
Yeah, so the shield, the way it works here is you're gonna leave the flat hand on,
Yep.
slide that through, and then it just clips on the arm. I mean, some of the other figures in the past had that, but it works really good.
Will the vintage shield work on there? Has anybody done that?
I'm sure.
Let's just see what it looks like.
Here, play with it. I'm too busy hoganing out over here. What you gonna do, brother?
Brother.
When the Hulkster goes wild on you?
It works. It works.
Oh, nice. But obviously they made it a little bit bigger for some pizzazz.
You got get some differences in there. And
I have
the sword.
So much
Kinda, not really.
Sword, not really.
This figure.
That specifically, that figure.
Well, I just mean any of these two.
Yep.
Way more fun, just because this is what gives me. This is the feels right back to
Nostalgia.
when I was a
Takes
kid.
you, absolutely.
Playing
Takes you
with
right
these
back.
vintage figures.
So you guys
They
hooked?
stand easily. Oh yeah, I'm all in.
You're all
Give
in?
me a full classics line of the origins.
I'm all in. Just give me a full vintage line.
Exactly.
Well,
Full vintage line.
Because the way
That'll be
these
good.
scale too, with the castle and
It's gonna
Snake
be-
Mountain.
Yeah.
now, Brock, I know you have a problem, and it's a problem that many men our age suffer from. I'm sorry to put you on Front Street with
You're
this.
As yet. Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
AKA our wives. Like we mentioned before, there's some different hand, where you just pop the different hands in so you can get grips. So if you wanted to switch out, say, a shield and put something so he's holding an axe and a sword. And we talked about you can't really mix up the hands because there's different shading.
Everybody's figures.
Oh, absolutely. I love messing things up. That is what I'm good at. While we're just shooting the breeze, a little bird told me that we have a new YouTube sensation that's going to be quickly rising and outshadowing the old one right here. And his name is Matthew. So what's your toy channel called?
What you gonna do, brother?
Oh
I
no.
love this, man, especially these fists. No, so the Plastic Nation, that's us.
The Plastic Nation.
Well, it's Plastic Nation. I had to do the Plastic Nation on my Instagram page because somebody had already taken Plastic Nation.
It was me.
I did message them and say, hey man, if you're inactive, you guys got one post over like 5 years ago.
Right.
So follow us at Instagram. It's the Plastic Nation.
Yep.
And we do have a YouTube channel that's up. We're not up and running yet. We're going to be doing reviews. We have some sponsorship already. So
Awesome.
we'll be getting sent new toys. We'll be doing new vlogs, toy reviews, and toy news.
Woo.
Yeah. And
Dude.
we have a Facebook page. We're going to fire up. I was going to do a page, but instead we're going to do a group.
Yep.
So it's Plastic Nation.
Plastic
and-
Nation.
Welcome to the nation.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
I love it.
The main page, I was going to do allow buy, sell, trade on the main page, but we're not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more interested in seeing people's pictures of the figures as they get them,
Yep.
the pictures of up and coming stuff, pictures of people's displays, just people enjoying the hobby again, because every page that's out there, and no offense to some of the ones that I'm already a part of,
Yep.
but every time I go to them, it's full of people trying to scalp all their stuff.
Justice Curry does not support or
Or drown.
no. What was I supposed to say?
It's going to be a page for just everybody to come to.
Discussion.
Let's talk about all the new toys. Let's see
Yeah.
everybody's love for the figures again. Yes, we'll have a separate buy sell trade page that you can link yourself to. It's
Yep.
Great. But I want to make this the premier plastic figure destination.
And you'll be doing stuff like we're doing right now, just talking about new figures you got, and you love toys. I mean, that's how we met years ago, with selling, buying, trading. Some of my favorite things in my collection, I somehow weaseled them out of from under your nose, such as K2SO. Yeah, one of my favorite Star Wars. He's been trying to stuff piece by piece into his pocket while he's been over, but you know what? I love it way too much. Well, Matt's a great guy. Please check him out on Facebook. As always. Oh, check this out. You guys see these things? People are 3D printing these little display stands, and
The feet fit
yeah, the feet fit in all right.
for vintage
Who's
figures.
doing these?
Gosh, the guy's gonna kill me because I bought them from him for like 50 cents a piece or something.
those are
I can't
kinda
remember
great.
his name.
Brock's all of a sudden, I can see it in his head. He's like, I'm gonna need 65.
I'm gonna need
Well, I
millions.
Troopers won't fit in these. That's why I'm asking.
Why wouldn't troopers fit in there?
Because their feet aren't at that angle. Their
Oh,
feet are
that's
straight
right.
ahead.
But I do have some other ones.
Well, I have some other ones too, and I've already went all in. I have like 400 of them.
No!
But these are nice for.
Leave it to Brock to
they're
order
good.
400 stands for his entire
Yeah.
vintage collection.
And it doesn't even come close.
And what I love so much, because I mean, I have friends all over the world that are passionate about different toy lines such as He-Man and G.I. Joe. But in my own backyard in Southwest Michigan, I got two buddies that we can geek out and talk about these kind of things. So I always stress on my Facebook post, if you're not a friend with me on through Facebook, Justice Curry, hit me up, send me a friend request or like it. But I'm always talking about freaking make friends. These toys, yeah,
Check it out.
Whatever. The toys are one thing. But these guys, these knuckleheads that we can, you know, put on He-Man costumes and joke around, that's...
Do you know how much,
That's-
how awesome
and
it's
Brock-
gonna be down the road where you can interchange figures and
Brock-
make new figures?
Yes.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Who just
They
learned?
said they do that on
They
purpose
said they did
too.
it on purpose. I'm guessing maybe like how they did King Hiss in the classics line. You can swap out as a snake.
Interchangeable
But
figures.
I'm
But why
also
would you
thinking
do
maybe in vehicles, maybe for vehicles or something.
Plus the playability,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I mean,
You can
think
swap
about
them
it.
out.
As a
I
kid,
don't know.
you can grab bottoms from other people, create your own Motu figures.
Yeah. Oh, that's the big
That's
thing.
my problem with today's
Customize it.
Yeah.
collecting is, no offense to everybody that keeps carded figures, I love it, I do it too, but everybody's went away from playing with their toys or letting their kids play with their toys. And
Yep.
how cool is this stuff?
Well, they kind of turned it into an investment, which I get. I get it.
It makes sense.
I get it, but nowadays,
I do it still.
But nowadays, you'll find that even the loose stuff, not vintage. Okay, we're not talking vintage here.
Mm-hmm.
The loose stuff goes just as much as the.
Absolutely.
The carded
The
stuff,
carded stuff.
especially classics.
And
And
now,
whatnot.
when you get into vintage, obviously,
Big
it's,
price differential.
Right.
But yeah, I get it. And like I mentioned earlier with my attorney and letting my kids play with it, Matt was just bringing that. That's how I popped it up in my head. Matt was going, I want my kids to be able to pick up toys and not go, oh, sorry, don't touch those. He wants to instill that same type of nostalgic heritage throughout the generations, and I love it.
The reason we all love toys and collect today at our age is because as a kid, we were playing with these toys.
Yeah.
But yet we're keeping our kids from playing with the toys because we want to keep them in box.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Because we're gonna retire.
Exactly. I can understand both sides of it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But there has to be that.
It's a fine balance, and some, you know, I have a lot of toys at level where my kids can grab them that they know
I
they
love
can
that.
grab, but
I
if
see
they're
your
in a
kids
display
playing with-
case,
I see
yeah,
your
maybe I
kids
won't.
playing with toys in your videos all the time, and I always think that's the kind of collection I want.
Yep.
And that's why everything I buy now, I open up, and if my kid walks over to it and says, Daddy, I want to play with that, absolutely, here.
Yeah.
Let me pull down the play sets to play with it.
It's not
Right.
even playing with it. They just want to check it out, and it's, you know, when it's in the card, you're like, oh, careful, don't drop it because you're gonna bend it or something. You know,
It's the worst.
just for them to interact with it. It's
Absolutely.
Get
I want
away
to give
from video.
I want to give a special shout out to Jason Morrell just because we're on that topic. He's one of my good G.I. Joe friends, but I remember sending him a like rare foreign, probably only 20 of them in the world, G.I. Joe vehicle, and he's like, I'm letting my kids play with it. I'm like, this sucker's worth over $100 and you're letting the kids play with it? And he goes, who cares? It's just money, you make more. And that kind of clicked things into my own head to, you know, let my own kids play with them. I want to talk, I'll be right back, guys. I want to just give another plug to the prop shop. The prop shop online, you can find them on Facebook. They got a website, but they make these He-Man masks that you will never find again. So as you...
He-Man's here! How are you? I'm He-Man. What's your name? Hey! Hi! Come here, give me a hug.
blended the whole thing.
I want to take you out. Oops, sorry, buddy. Alright? I want to go on an adventure with you. Come on!
Can I wear my costume?
Your sorceress costume?
Yes!
No, not right now.
Why would I want to shine it?
You want me to take it off?
I want to.
It's really me.
Here, here, hold this up. Grab this. Grab this, hold it up. Oh, wow. Not right now. Don't hit.
Wait. We gotta give him the proper. gotta give you a compliment. Justin, will you put that back on?
Put this on. Watch this. Hold on.
I'm gonna show you how to pose with it.
Oh, look at. He's gonna show you something.
You want to do it? So will you put the mask back on?
You can't see, so we're gonna show you. You're gonna go like this, okay?
You're gonna have this right here, and then do this with your hand, flat. Put it right here, and look up at the sword.
Look up at the sword. Look up at the sword. Look up at the sword.
Put this right here.
Yeah.
I have the power.
He-Man.
So good.
All right. Well, we're gonna come downstairs and we're gonna look at a review of this new He-Man that just came out. If you're wondering about this costume, as I have kids surrounding me like little piranhas, the costume is just the generic Halloween City type thing you can buy, but the mask, bro, is truly amazing. My buddy Casey from the prop shop, I'll put a link down in the description. He custom makes these, custom paints them. You can't buy anything even close to this anywhere in the universe. So make sure to check out Casey. They're super affordable too at thepropshop.com. So come along with me. Hey gang, while you're watching this wonderful collage of the He-Man mask available at the prop shop, there'll be a link in the description. I wanted to give a shout out to my Patreons. What are Patreons? Those are supporters to my YouTube page. Obviously, a lot of time and energy goes throughout making one of these videos, and some people reached out through my Patreon, which will be a link in the description as well, and donate a few bucks here and there and get some amazing perks. But the Patreons I want to give a special shout out to are, and I butcher names every single time because I just graduated the 2nd grade and dropped out of school. Chuck Templeton, Kevin Schrumper, Russell Davis, Jamie Godzilla, that's way wrong, David McMullen, thank you for having an easy last name, Ari Patronin, and then the worst one that I butcher every single time, Waho Albino Pedriano Eveo. Thank you, buddy, for having an awesome name. Corey Lang, Travis Bowles, Wayne Harmon, and of course, Gary Tickleman. Also, I wanted to give a very special birthday shout out. He's turning 38. Yes, 38, folks. Junior Sagoon. Happy birthday, my friend. Hope you enjoyed this video. Well, that's it. If you want to check out my Patreon page, please go down below and consider being part of the journey and get one of these darn masks. Why don't you? See, it instantly turns you into a rock star. Yes. I love it. And oh, we could have you ride Battle Cat. This is perfect size for you. That's a perfect scale for you. So awesome, guys. Thanks for talking with me. We're gonna geek out some more. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Comment below. Tell me what you think about this line. If you're gonna get into it, I want to know. Or tell me about a memory that you had back in the day about vintage figures. Because me personally, my grandma, I know I've told this story 8 million times. I can still remember my grandma going, yeah, I went to the dump and down below I saw someone had thrown out this Bashosaurus, and she crawled down there at the dump into this trash and pulled that out there, cleaned it up and gave it to me. It never worked kind of properly, but that was a memory. It's super special. I'll never upgrade it. It's just a part of me. So tell me about your stories. Like, subscribe, share, whatever. Keep the love going. Take care, guys. All right, say goodbye.
I want it for my spend line. See ya.
Or not.
See ya.
Bye, 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 bye.
Go to Instagram. Follow the Plastic Nation.
Yes.
That's all I ask.
Do it. Do it now. Bye.
Snake Mountain.
Yeah.
Now, Brock, I know you have a problem, and it's a problem that many men our age suffer from. I'm sorry to put you on Front Street with this. You like to buy two of everything. You know, one to open and one to save.
For later.
And sometimes a third set as well. There's one to possibly flip.
Well, it kind of started with the classics. I bought, my first was 3 subscriptions. And it was just to make sure I got one in really good condition and the paint apps. I like to pick the paint
I haven't
apps.
talked to you about this, so I gotta know. With the King Grayskull and the Bronze Grayskull that came out at SDCC, the original ones, did you order those originally, or did you have to go back and find them?
I had to go back and find them because
So you didn't start till they started the subscription?
I didn't know about the line until Beastman was released, sold out, and then He-Man.
Yeah, because I
Beastman
think
was
the first few figures were just Matty Collector releases, and then they'd sell out instantly.
Right, they would sell out in 2 minutes.
And Stratos.
Yeah. And
What year are we talking?
2008. End of 2008.
Wow. That's awesome.
If I could go back, I'd buy
Or it was He-Man and Beastman, then right? He-Man, Beastman, then Skeletor, and yeah, you couldn't subscribe yet. The subscription didn't start until August of 2009.
No.
With I think Triclops.
Right.
And then so everything in between there, you had Skeletor, Stratos, Faker, Merman, Hordak.
Yep.
Hordak is funny because Hordak went on sale while I was on my honeymoon. And I had to call my brother and say, Hawkeye the computer and buy me 4.
Oh my
They were
gosh.
that bad at the time.
Yeah, it was. They
were
would
the
sell
hottest
it,
thing.
and thankfully I work online, so I'm on the computer, but those things would sell out literally.
What are you going to do with this line? What's your thoughts? Are you going to be doing the same kind of thing?
I'm in.
I'm probably.
Well, I know you're in for one, but are you going to do this drop?
I'm in at 2. I'm in at 2 each.
2.
Because they're $15.
Right.
They're packaged just like the vintage figures.
You're getting a carded and a loose for the same price of what the original retail of a class.
If they come out with Horde Troopers, I'm buying 100 of them.
I
mean,
it's going to make it so much better
could
to
you
army
imagine?
build on these things.
Could you freaking fathom a Horde Trooper with a little bit of articulation?
Right. I mean,
you would be going.
I have 60 classic troopers.
Oh, 60.
75 vintage ones.
And I've been wanting to do a video of your Horde army for the longest time, but the legal department's been holding me up with